if an employee had been in the past restless, wanting to leave, whatever, sometimes it was just a money thing. You could maybe increase the salary or maybe give a single bonus in the middle of the year, something like that, or do team building exercises, something to kind of to build morale. But now it's much more thinking of the person not just as an employee, but as a human, and serving the needs that they have across that whole spectrum of needs, from healthcare, mental health care, physical health care, learning opportunities. All of these things become part of the package that the employees expect. So enterprises are perhaps misinterpreting the Great Resignation as kind of a binary thing, on-off, whereas in reality it's much more nuanced. And it's just the levers that they have to pull are not ones they're used to pulling. So it's not as simple as I want more money, I want more title. It's much more about I want more flexibility, I want more growth opportunity. I want to feel like you support me as a human in my life, of which work is just a part, and I choose to share that with you. So if we think of S&P Global, they do something really interesting. And it's really in the learning and development space. So companies that do learning and development, historically, you're training people to do something they'll use in their job. And that's super valuable. But what they've done, they've gone beyond towards more of an aspiration-based training to say, in addition to that, what are the things that would actually bring you joy and fulfillment as a human that then makes you an even more effective employee and person? And so they have coaches that are training them in all kinds of things. So these are not departmental coaches. They're not associated with any kind of profit and loss. They're sort of there to serve the employees, including helping them find external jobs. And so that's risky, right? You think, wow, that's like goes completely against the grain of what I would do as a company. But the truth is only 5% of employees that have gone through the program actually take an external job. Most of them evolve within the corporation and go on to higher and higher level positions within. So that's an example of where I've taken a freedom, given it to the employees, and taken that risk and made the bet, and you get better, higher morale employees as a result. So I keep talking about the enlightened enterprise, and it's a word I've chosen on purpose, because enlightenment is a way of saying I've let go of a certain amount of control in order to gain some result. The enlightened employer says, well, bring your whole self to work, and we'll take advantage of that. And you can learn, you can do the things that you're curious about, and we find that provides value for us. What they do is they have sort of a deeper connection with their employees, which is serving them and their families in a very holistic way. They have programs in place that allow the employee to grow, and grow in ways that aren't just vocation, but as maybe aspirations as well. That's great. You are also sharing a purpose with them and attacking these social context issues together and saying, this is who we are as a company, as a whole company. So from whole employee to whole company. And they'll be measuring these results. It'll be part of their return to shareholders. And so it attaches directly to value, and they'll have figured out that relationship because we know it's there.